Islam Makhachev. Fuck, dude goes up one weight class, goes up to 170. He was the 55-pound most dominant champion ever, most title defenses at 55 ever. Just dominates at 170, like every round. People are saying it's boring, but listen, man, it's boring if you're a casual. The fact that he was able to do it every round, it was a little frustrating because you wanted Jack to try to adjust, but
Islam Makhachev is moving up to welterweight, and many people believe he is still the man to beat. He was one of the most dominant lightweight champions ever, and now he is trying to prove that he can control an even bigger division. His next challenge is Ian Garry. Garry is tall, long, mobile, and dangerous on the feet. He likes to use his range, kicks, movement, and distance to keep opponents away. But the big question is simple: can he stop Islam from getting close?
Ian Garry, Islam Makhachev might be the next fight to make. How do you see that one going?
You mean Islam versus Carlos Prates for the title in Philly? Islam will beat him. Islam will beat both of them. Islam's the best. Simple as that. He'll take Ian down. He'll choke Ian. He'll take Prates down. He'll choke Prates. Nothing against either one of them, but that's just what it is.
Much about him wrestling a lot for this training camp. Islam Makhachev said, I keep telling these guys that you cannot wrestle for 3 months and think that you're going to be able to compete with guys that have been wrestling their whole life, like Khabib Nurmagomedov, myself, John Jones, Islam. You have got to wrestle a long time to be able to compete with those guys. But ultimately, I think for Garry to be successful, he's got to try to find range, and that's more difficult to do and easier said to do when you're fighting a guy like Islam, who constantly is in your big...
UFC 330. Ian Garry is going to beat Makhachev by decision. I don't know if it's unanimous decision, split decision, but it's going to be the...
Bilal couldn't take me down, so Islam, you try to take me down. I'm telling you now.
But he act like he bad guy.
And I'll be there, and I'm taking that throne from you, and I'm ending that continuous streak. You're done.
But I see when I take him down, it's going to be finished.
Just about every record, right? I mean, the 4 title defenses, lightweight record, and now going to beat Anderson Silva's record. I mean, there's a lot at stake for him here, being pound for pound #1. Ian Garry's no slouch by any means. He's a very tough competitor, and I know Islam could stand with Ian, but can Ian last on the ground with us? I don't know. Maybe yes, but one thing's for sure, it doesn't matter because Islam
taken on Ian Garry. Who've you both got in that fight?
Ooh, it's a good question, bro. I like Ian. Puta que pariu, velho. Eu me fodo dos dois lados. I think Ian. Mano, fugiu o nome dele?
Makhachev.
Não.
Ian Garry.
Ian Garry, yeah. I prefer Ian Garry. I have little problem finding my chin, yeah?
Many fighters and coaches believe that will be the hardest part of the fight. If Islam gets his hands on Garry, takes him down, and controls him against the cage, the fight could become very difficult for Garry. Islam's wrestling, grappling, strength, and control are still his biggest weapons. At the same time, Garry should not be underestimated. He has improved his wrestling and grappling, and his fight against Shavkat Rakhmonov showed that he can handle pressure and stay competitive for 5 rounds. He is also much taller than Islam, which gives him an important reach advantage.
No, you got it.
I'm out. Islam's going to beat the brakes off him, and then he's going to start eating meat and be like, oh, I listen to my wife, and watch it. His arcs
Islam's going to have his hands
great.
full. We'll see. If Islam tries to stand and trade with him, he's going to get.
Why would Islam do that? Why would Islam do that? Islam's too smart.
Well, I think if I'm Ian Garry's camp, and I should be, I would tell him, I want you to front kick the fuck out of his face.
Yeah.
Kick him right in the goddamn chin.
Yep. Because Islam's never seen that before.
Not for me and Machado Garry. That's a long leg.
Big.
Teep him.
I'm out. Him throwing those vegan up kicks, I'm out.
Bop, bop, bop.
Zesty up kicks.
Long, noodle arms. Shoom. All that energy in his face. Bop, bop,
I'm out.
Bop.
Them zesty up kicks, I'm out.
What does Islam do? Just grab his leg?
Whatever he wants.
What do you mean?
Whatever he wants.
Really? You got Islam 100% on this?
I'm out.
If you weren't out,
I'm out.
If he was a meat-eating guy who actually believed that a man should be a man with, a traditional man in the household.
Yeah. But he's not, so I can't.
Who is your... What,
Islam's going to submit him under 3.
Under 3?
Under 3.
Minutes?
Probably gets done. No, rounds. 3 rounds. I'm out.
Hard to deal with Islam. Keep him off you.
Very tough.
Especially against the cage, closes distance.
And Brendan Allen, who trained with Ian, was like, I've grappled with him. He's like, hopefully he's gotten a lot better. He's like, because I'm not Islam. And
yeah,
I had my way with him.
Who's Brendan Allen?
Top
I know him,
6 middleweight.
Are we going to go into this fight believing Ian Garry is going to beat Islam? Because it's starting to feel that way. Just a little more and a little more. Charles Oliveira, just to throw a name at you, a guy that knows everybody, has the right to an opinion. He said Ian Garry is going to win. That's interesting. Ian Garry is a stand-up fighter from Ireland who idolizes Conor McGregor. So now we know everything we need to know about Ian Garry. He's a sharpshooter. He's going to use his hands. He's going to use his kicks. He can't do any jiu-jitsu. But then somewhere along the way, he started training with Damian Maia. And it was an interesting coincidence because he ended up on bottom against MVP with his back taken, but was never in trouble. So then we're going to go, okay, great. You had problems grappling with this guy, MVP, who's not a grappler. You got real big problems now because you're going to fight Rachmanov, who's going to expose everything that you don't know. And it turned out that punching and kicking Irish kid had spent some time in the wrestling room, right? I mean, he just looked better than we knew that he was. Enters the 5-round club, deals with it. And one thing that he had to deal with that night, Ian Garry has never fought where he was not bolstered up and he was the guy. Ian Garry's never done a ring walk where the audience knew this guy's overwhelmed. He's done that to other guys, but he's not been in that position. How does the guy do? Guys act one way when they're the favorite, but they seldomly act the same way as an underdog and vice versa. Some guys will do their best work as underdog. Some guys actually get drawn down when you got an audience saying, I don't know, this could be a hard one. That seeps into them. But it didn't seep into Garry. So how are you going to beat him?
But you know what? Let's talk about really right now what's upcoming, and then the biggest news right now is the pound for pound king Islam Makhachev is back right now. And of course, Ali, and you know, this was a fight that I truly wanted, because, you know, never before have you seen the pound for pound and the former pound for pound that close in weight to where this fight actually makes sense. And unfortunately, the fight didn't come to fruition, but the UFC decided to go with Ian Garry. Ian Garry poses a different kind of challenge. You know, he's long, he's ragey, he moves a lot. You know, he's not one of those guys that's going to
No, he's not. There. He runs a lot.
Yeah, well, he's not going to one of these guys that's going to stand there really and exchange shots, because obviously the danger in that, him getting clipped and potentially hurt. So this fight has been made. How did Islam feel about this fight? Was this necessarily the fight that he wanted? And how is preparation going for him?
Listen, at the end of the day, I think after this fight, the UFC is going to regret they made this fight, in my opinion. And they're going to look at your fight was against Duplessis, how you win 5 rounds, was a world champion at middleweight, and he's a difficult guy to fight, but Islam can make it really easy work for him. But I'm telling you something, Islam is working so hard. I never see him working as hard, and he got a lot better than last time I saw him. And he's very motivated. Very motivated. And I think he's fighting a guy who runs a lot. Islam have to punch him in the chest, take him down, pass his guard, mount him, and finish.
This, I feel like there's a lot to talk about.
Garry has said he believes he can beat Islam by decision and even finish him late in the fight, but several analysts are not convinced. They believe Gary's best strategy is to stay at range, use front kicks and other attacks, keep moving, and avoid getting trapped against the cage. Islam's striking is also being overlooked by many people. His grappling is so good that it often gets all the attention, but his striking has continued to improve. He has strong kicks, a good jab, and excellent discipline when entering and leaving exchanges.
Garry is obviously a great striker, and that's how he's been able to win most of his fights and get to a title shot. But Islam Makhachev's striking is actually slept on, and it's largely because he comes from Dagestan, and everybody knows Khabib was the guy who set the precedents, and they have great grappling from there. But the Dagestani strikers or fighters are becoming really high-level strikers. Just look at Usman or Magomedov.
More knockouts than any other method of victory.
Exactly. So I am actually loving how Islam's striking is coming along. His kicks are great. He's got really good discipline with his jab hand. So whenever he does throw a combo or closes distance to try to land some strikes, when he exits, he's really good about putting a jab in your face just to sort of keep you at bay. It usually doesn't land, but it's really good to get something out there and in the line of fire from what Ian Garry or anybody else in the past could have been able to throw.
No, but the thing about Ian in Islam, he's so damn good on the stand-up. People are sleeping on his stand-up. Don't sleep on Islam's stand-up. I always say this kid, we can change him minute for minute, second per second per round, right? Like the one time when we went out there to fight in Vegas against was it the guy from American Top Team? I forgot his name, Brazilian guy. No, the Brazilian guy. Not Moicano. No, not Moicano. The one before him. Man. Anyways, but regardless, we're going out there, and the plan was to stand with him.
Okay.
Habib and I go, we stand him. So we're walking out there, and I look at him, and I said, "Damn, we're bigger than him." So I tell Habib, change the game plan. We're not gonna stand with this guy. We're taking his ass down. So we tell Islam, take him down. We go in there. What happens in the fight? Islam takes him down and destroys him.
Yeah.
Because I felt we were the bigger, stronger fighter. So I couldn't do that with any fighter.
No.
Could not do that with any fighter. I can't do it with Islam.
Islam's team also believes he has prepared for Gary's height and movement by working with tall fighters during camp. His coaches say he is highly motivated and has been training extremely hard. Another important part of this fight is Islam's mindset. Some people want him to fight in a more entertaining way, but his goal should simply be to win. He should not change his style just to please the audience. If his wrestling and grappling give him the easiest path to victory, he should use them.
In the morning, how long does it take you until you think about the fight?
Can I answer that question by getting something? So, to answer your question on how fast from when I open my eyes do I think about my fight, it's as soon as I walk out of the toilet and I just flip it over. 9 days until I become a world champion.
Gary's biggest advantage is his size, reach, movement, and striking. Islam's biggest advantages are his wrestling, grappling, strength, fight IQ, and experience.
But what do you make of Ian Garry's prediction of like, I will finish this thing later on. I will dominate early, and then I'll walk him through that finish, 4th or 5th round.
I feel like we've heard this every fight he's had, and doesn't happen. Like, he's just not that guy. Like, he almost finished Shavkat. Like, I mean, he was like 60% of Shavkat that day. I mean, let's be fair. Dude probably shouldn't have been fighting. And it's cost him a lot. No doubt about it. And Shavkat still found a way to win. Yeah, I mean, if Gary wins, it's going to be a forgettable fight. And this is not a knock. Go out there and win, man. Like, go be a champion. But the way you're going to be a champion is you need to kick and run. Like, stay away from that dude, because if Islam Makhachev wraps his arms around you, you are going for a friggin' ride, and you're probably not getting up. So, yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Can Gary stay on his feet? Can he run fast enough? Like, not even run. Can he move well enough so Islam can't get a hold of him? Because I don't care how much taller and how much of a reach advantage he has. Like, Islam is a hoss. He is stronger than Ian Machado Gary is. I can assure you of that. So, yeah, I think Islam wins somewhat easily, but it's been a weird year. Who the hell knows?
I mean, you couldn't even say this wouldn't be the biggest underdog win, would it? It'd be like Gaethje beating Topuria, Strickland beating Hamzat. So we've had the crazy flips and turns, and the next day people are like, I knew.
It comes down to trusting fighters who consistently show up with good fight IQ, good mindsets, and I do feel like I can never look at Islam and expect bad from him. I feel like he's always going to come with the right mindset, good fight IQ, and I'm expecting that in this fight. I don't want him to cater too much to the audience. I remember Mobzar doing that against Lerone Murphy like a fucking dweeb. Like, some of these guys, it actually actively gets me frustrated seeing people trying to cater to a certain style to entertain the masses. I understand it as a contender coming up. It might be a hot take for me saying this, Especially, what bothers me is that Islam has never had a boring fight in his life, maybe outside of the JDM fight. So that's what's the most concerning. So, but in those fights, Islam didn't force himself to do stupid shit. You still fighting like Islam. Of course, this fight is going to be a little bit different from every one of his fights because he's going to be coming forward, probably taking some counter shots, probably eating some counter punches, probably running into some obliques and some stomping kicks. But I do feel like Islam should go out there to win the fight at the end of the day. I don't want to see him go out there to have an entertaining fight or a fun fight. Be yourself. It'll come. You never had a boring fight in your life, barely. Like, what is your percent rate at entertaining fights? 99?
So the fight may come down to one major question. Can Ian Garry stay away from Islam long enough to make his striking work? If he can keep the fight standing, use his reach, and avoid being controlled, he has a real chance to make things difficult. But if Islam gets close and takes him down, many believe the former lightweight champion will take control and dominate. That is what makes this matchup so interesting. Garry wants to prove that his size and striking can stop one of the best fighters in the world, while Islam wants to show that moving up in weight does not change who he is.